The Grow My Cleaning Company podcast helps owners of cleaning companies just like you to grow your company and yourself so you can make more money and finally get the time and money freedom that probably got you into this business. Discover how to automate and create systems that allow you to grow like crazy without losing control. If you dig the show and want to show some love, subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes. It really helps. Enjoy the show.
Hey Cleaning Nation, what's up? Lindsay Bjorklund here. I am all by myself, flying solo on this episode, and I just wanted to have like a little kind of fireside chat with you. Say we were in a Zoom room together like I am with some of my clients, and some questions that I've been answering recently that I thought could, maybe help some of you out there in Cleaning Nation. Today we're going to go over some basics, some stuff that I might have said before, but I think it is worth repeating, and some new stuff that I found that I think can help bring value to you guys. So first off, I see a lot of you out there in Cleaning Nation. Maybe you're a smaller company, maybe it started with just you and you were doing all the cleaning and you're slowly bringing more people on board. And I see people have like their own little Gmail accounts or personal emails like Lindsay's Cleaning Company at gmail.com or Lindsay's Cleaning Company at Yahoo, whatever. I recommend that you check out Google Workspaces. I'm going to put in a huge disclaimer here that everything I'm mentioning on this episode is not sponsored in any way. This is just me putting it to you like it is, like what I think is good, maybe not so good, and what I usually mostly just recommend. So first off, Google Workspace is basically where you have Google host your web domain, and you can make emails off of it like we have Lindsay at growmycleaningcompany.com. We're actually through Google Workspace. So it looks like a Gmail account from the inside, but you have your domain on the outside or what's facing people, you know what I mean? So that is the first thing I recommend. And it looks more professional. I'm sure there's other companies that you could do it with, like maybe even your own hosting space, but whatever you do, I recommend getting away from at gmail.com, whatever, like to make it look more professional, but also to have that back end, which is why I'm recommending Google Workspace, because then you have access to Google Calendar, Google Drive, where you can put work documents in, all kinds of stuff. So just starting there. The other thing I recommend, and this is for a lot of Cleaning Nation people, just do it by default, is you set your personal cell phone number as the contact for the company. And as you grow and as you scale, obviously that is just not gonna work. So there is a lot of they used to call it voice over IP. Now it's just internet phone, like Google Voice is one. There's several companies out there. If you just look it up online, there's a ton to choose from. I don't really recommend one company over another. But the good advantage of having a phone number online is that you can actually send it to a cell phone number if you need to. So say you have, an employee that answers the phone during the day, they could just answer it from their cell phone, or you could just put on a web browser and answer it from there. So regardless of like what company you use, you definitely want to get it off your cell phone number so all the calls are going directly to you. No, you don't want that anymore. So that should be like a big priority for you guys out there just starting to try to scale. And when you onboard more people, like you want to be able to pass off some of these admin tasks, right? So phones are usually one of them. So that one's kind of a repeat, but I think it is, again, worth repeating every once in a while on here, Cleaning Nation, because some people just will come to me and they've been in business for like 2 or 3 years and they're like, yeah, all my calls just come to my cell phone. And I'm like, really? Like, how's that going? They're like, not good at all. So just wanted to get that out of the way. All right. The next thing that I think is super valuable is having a booking page. And at Grow My Cleaning Company, we teach in our modules like a certain way to do your hiring funnel, how to do your client attraction, and we recommend different tools to do that. Right now, we're honestly using Pipeline Pro, but it doesn't really matter what company you go with. I want you to get the idea of having a booking link for people to book the calls with you. That should be the main thing. So one that I recommend that's super easy to use is Calendly.com. So Calendly is, you can do a free version of it, but basically you hook up your Google Calendar, which we were just talking about with Google Drive and everything. And it'll allow people to book a time with you to talk, whether it's a phone interview, whether it's a first time clean, like a consultation. You can just send them the link and they can find a time that works for them. So if you haven't tried that yet, I definitely recommend figuring that out and going to Calendly.com. There's a bunch of them. I think Accruity is another one. I just recommend Calendly because they have a free option. Again, we're not sponsored by them or anything, but if you really want to go more in depth and start sending out automated reminders of your appointments, Calendly is great for that. And I do believe you can check their website, but I think you might have to pay a little extra month, might be $12 a month or something like that to get that kind of feature and even send text updates to people to remind them of their appointments. But I want you just to understand the idea of automating more of your processes is key here. Having the booking link and then having automated follow-ups for that beats you having to call up people, send them emails manually, not fun. Speaking of emails, I've been looking in recently to other automated email processes out there for sending campaigns and stuff. And I found that MailChimp is pretty interesting. They don't have the texting set up as well, but in their name is MailChimp. So if you're looking to make pretty emails and stuff like that, they're a great one to check out. Okay, so now we're going to get into some newer stuff. Actually, hold that thought. Before we get into newer stuff, I also wanted to get into one more free thing that I've probably mentioned a ton of times on this podcast, but it's so great for teams and there's a free option. I got you, Cleaning Nation. I know you don't want to pay 100 subscriptions a month, but Slack. Slack is an app. Think back if you're old enough. I'm going to date myself here, but think of the AIM, in AOL Instant Messenger, where you could instant message people on chat back in the day. It's way more pretty than that, actually, but same concept. You can instant message your team. And I think instant messaging, when you're kind of on the go in today's world, that you kind of need something that you can easily put on your phone. You can put it on a desktop, and say you want to be able to contact all your cleaners at once. Say you or the person that is scheduling needs to fill a spot. You could just go on the Slack channel where all the cleaning company cleaners are and just say, hey guys, I'm just sending this here. I need someone to cover me for whatever day. And everyone can see it. People can get notifications on their phone in real time. Basically instant message everyone real quick. It's great. You can even leave voicemails. So if something's kind of hard or you can't text right away, you can just leave a voicemail and they'll receive it too. You can do video sharing, I think, on there too. Slack is just a great tool to have for any company, in my opinion. If you are looking for something similar, but you're not a fan of Slack, something really ultra modern is Discord, which is a server where you can also send instant messages. So check that one out. I'm not going to go super in depth into Discord because we don't have a ton of time today. This is going to be a quick episode, but yeah, let's go into the more updated, interesting stuff that I've been looking into lately.
Hey, new friend, love that you are here. If you want more Cleaning Nation, more us, you can check us out on YouTube. Similar content, you just get to see each other. It's totally free. Or if you want to say, hey, hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, join our free Facebook group. We love hearing from you, Cleaning Nation. That's what makes it magic. Jump on, we'll see you there.
So let's talk about AI, artificial intelligence. It gets updated so quickly that this episode is probably going to be outdated within 6 months. But I just want to give you the idea of what AI can do for you. I was talking to an elite client this week on a phone call. And for example, this is where AI is great. I'm going to talk about ChatGPT in particular. If you want to check it out, the website is chat.openai.com, chat.openai.com. Or if you just Google ChatGPT, it'll come up. So think of it, it's hard to explain without showing you guys, but you can ask it questions like, hey, ChatGPT, give me 5 mystery books to read this week that, involve a woman as a lead character. And ChatGPT will come up with that and send it to you and be in the style of, whatever author, right? Or give me 5 fiction books that are in the style of Ernest Hemingway, similar to that. I don't know. That's just a book example. I don't know where that came from. But where it comes in to play for a cleaning company owner is, back to my elite client, they were trying to think of a follow-up email sequence that they could send their clients that they just got. So it was the first clean, and they wanted to send an email saying, thank you for choosing us, blah, blah, blah. But they were like, we really don't know what to put. Like, do you have any ideas? Do you have any scripts you can send us? And I said, honestly, I don't really have a script, but I bet you if you entered this question into ChatGPT, into the search engine, it could give you some ideas to go off of. And I didn't do it for this client, but if I were in this situation, what I would have typed into GPT, they call it a prompt, I would have said, I'm looking to send a follow-up email to my cleaning company client after they had their first clean with me, to ask them how it went. And then you could say, come up with a whole sequence to ask them for a review or something like that. You really just have to play with it. But again, my main takeaway here is I just want to introduce you to the concept so you can check it out on your own. It's way, you can go down a rabbit hole at ChatGPT, and they're constantly improving it. It's free also. I forgot to mention that. I think they just came out with a phone app too, which is pretty cool. And there's different AI out there. I believe Microsoft is coming up with something similar. Can't think of the name of it right now. But if you ever have like copy you need to make for any kind of marketing campaign, or if you're making your website, again, I'm not the marketing guru here, but I know Jared's like on our team has looked at it before for different ideas for ad copy to put on website pages, for email campaigns, things like that. So the more pointed questions you ask it and the more specific you are, the better. But I just wanted to use it as a resource out there for Cleaning Nation. If you're ever like, I have no idea what to write in this marketing email. There you go. I think one time actually I asked it to write an email in the style of Mike Campion, just to see what it would do. And I think it actually did, if I remember correctly. I've done like stuff with like different like news reporters and stuff too. Anyhow, all right. So moving on, Cleaning Nation. The other type of AI that I really find valuable, and some of you cleaning company owners might find valuable out there, is the transcription software. I personally use otter.ai, OTTER.ai. And you can literally just, you can do a couple of things. You can hook it up with an audio recording, like you can hook it up with Zoom. This might be good if you want like notes for your meetings. Some people like to have transcriptions of calls. I use it for transcription notes for calls. I'm going to transcribe this podcast with it. And then, to be super real, guys, I'll show you like all my hints and tricks. I actually use Otter AI to transcribe this podcast for me. And then it's going to take it, and I'm going to copy and paste it into ChatGPT and ask it to make a summary of this podcast to put into like YouTube, to put in the Libsyn. It's pretty awesome. So it saves a lot of thinking, and it actually writes ChatGPT, writes like better blogs and better summaries than like I could come up with in like an hour. It comes up with it in like instantly. It's amazing. But back to the transcription. So you can use it for meeting notes. Another idea, if you want to have a transcription for something, say you have a training video and for some reason you want to put it into writing, like your processes for your training video, you could go ahead and have Otter AI transcribe it off your video that you input into it, whether you hook it up to Zoom or whatever. And then you could get even fancier and copy and paste that into ChatGPT, and it can come up with like you could be like, ChatGPT, make a 3-paragraph summary of this cleaning process, and it would do it for you. And to be honest, I recommend always checking whatever ChatGPT writes, because it is still, new technology, and it does like make snafus. Like it's not perfect yet, which would be kind of scary if it was perfect. And trust me, there are people out there working on perfecting it, and it's doing amazing things. So that is kind of a summary right now of just different tips and tricks and some basic concepts that we've explored before, but I just kind of wanted to vomit it all out for you to just take away, Cleaning Nation. Try to think if there's anything else that I haven't covered on my list that is handy. But that is really summing it up. I mean, we have our basics, right? So let's review. We have G Suite, which used to be called G Suite. Now it's called Google Workspace. Let me call it the correct thing, okay? Which is where you have basically the Google foundation for your company, whether it's emails. It'll actually give you emails, so yourcompany.com, it'll hook up emails to that. Google Drive, I kind of touched on that. Let me expand on that really quick while I'm summing things up here. Google Drive is great for holding documents and sharing it with other people via email. So again, you can Google anything I'm saying here for more explanation, better in-depth detail, but Google Drive is great for kind of like a company hub spot where you can put documentation in, you can put spreadsheets in there. Google Spreadsheets is another part of the Google Workspace world, if you will. Okay, so there's one concept. The other concept we covered was getting your cell phone number out of your company, like as the only touch point. Please, Cleaning Nation, if you take away one thing from this, please stop using your cell phone number as the only touch point for your cleaning company, so people aren't calling you like day and night and I've the horror stories I've heard. So one option is Google Voice, which is a little different from the Google Workspace. There's a ton of different online companies you can look up instead of having an old school landline for your company. That's kind of like done nowadays, but just look up internet phone number and you'll find different choices. Next concept is having a booking, like a scheduling system, a booking link for people that want to do appointments with you, whether it's a one-on-one consultation for seeing if they're a good fit for a cleaning client, or to set up an interview. Like you can set up your group interviews that we always talk about using something like Calendly, and you can send that calendar link to someone. They can find a time that works for them, book it, and then make follow-up. It'll automate follow-up emails and text if you want to do text. And then MailChimp is great for email campaigns. That's a new one I've been kind of playing around with. It's been around forever, but their emails just look so nice. Like they make it so easy to look nice, and professional, in my opinion. So I've been really into them lately. And then last but not least, we have the AI. So otter.ai does the transcriptions. ChatGPT is where you can basically ask it anything. Just have fun with it, Cleaning Nation. Just trying to get your wheels turning. Some weird admin stuff that we don't usually go this in depth about, but I thought it would just be fun to do an episode on. So hope you enjoyed the fireside chat without the fire. It looks like it's gonna rain here. It got really dark. And Cleaning Nation, hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always reach me at support@growmycleaningcompany.com. If this all sounds good and you're looking to grow your cleaning company, check us out at growmycleaningcompany.com. We have Mike always says 900 podcasts, but I think as of May 2023, when we're putting this out, it's like coming up on 1,000. So yeah, we have a lot for you to check out. And we're on YouTube, on whatever podcast platform you listen to. That's it, Cleaning Nation. Take it easy and have a great weekend. Actually, this is coming out on Monday. Have a great day. Bye.
Well, here we are, the end of the podcast, and you made it. Great job. I've got a little bonus for you for sticking through with me, but like I mentioned before, if you got value out of this podcast and you want to show a little love, subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever the heck you're listening to this thing. Share it with a friend, share the love. And as a special thank you for those of you that stuck with me to the end, how about I give you my personal phone number so we can text? It's a great way for me to get to know you, your business, your goals personally. So shoot me a text now, 602-932-6431, 602-932-6431. I am the only one who responds to these texts, and I will personally respond to everyone I possibly can as long as this number is manned. Don't know how long we're going to keep this at the end of the podcast, so grab it now, 602-932-6431. Give me a text, say hey, can't wait to meet you.